Hey, it is Tuesday night. It is 9:05. Thank you for staying with us through the Sanford and Son Marathon on the Superstation. But it's time for What's on Joe Mind. We're a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. How's everybody doing?
Is it Friday yet?
Yeah.
Too damn close, but
depends on daylight savings time, Rob. How far did you move your clock?
Right.
It seems like so far this week I've moved that clock back about 6 months. So.
Right. If it were up to Rob, he'd be jumping his clock ahead to June. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. Joining me here in the top row, he is the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. It's the Hot Show, Mark Weber.
Feel a little devilish tonight. That's what I'm talking.
So what are we celebrating with Arizona State tonight, Mark?
We're celebrating the hair didn't want to sit down. So I taught it who's boss. Just like that.
All right. I figured maybe I wasn't sure. Maybe they won their conference tournament.
Maybe Bobby Hurley leaving. Maybe.
Oh, there you go.
That's all right. Somebody said our girls coach, the women's coach, is amazing, and so somebody posted on the board the other day. Can Molly Miller just coach both teams? Okay with
that. In the bottom row, he is our comic book expert. He is beleaguered, mired in the morass of another school year. It's rack time, Rob.
Hi. This is what we call the dog days, that period in between, the day off you get for President's Day and spring break.
Yeah, it is kind of the roughest part of the year, isn't it?
Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right.
Do you have PTSD while it's going on?
I probably do. Yeah.
The complete lack of an attempt at a quip is really killing me there. And there's not even an attempt at a witty retort. No joke. No, just yeah, it really is.
I just can't. I've had to say, put your pants back on too many times.
Yeah. So Rob teaches special needs. And he was saying when he came home yesterday that he was supposed to have 5 aides in his class on Monday, and he wound up having 2. And they sent him an untrained substitute teacher and thought
That's me.
Okay. They thought that would be fine in a special needs class.
Well, look, they sent that to me because that's all they had.
I understand. Yeah. But you just did they send that poor sub with a helmet? Did they?
Yeah. She's worked for our department before, so she's kind of familiar. So
okay, all right. So there was at least some experience there.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel a little better about your situation there. And then in spot number 4, he is the owner and admin for a long time now of bloodforthebaron.com. Jim Marshall joining us all the way from the happy island of England. Big round of applause for Jim.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jim, it is good to have you. Big fan of your work over there at Blood for the Baron. We'll get right into it because again, we're keeping you up late. You're here live. It's past 1 a.m. where you're at. It's only 9 for us.
It's Wednesday here, so you guys were yesterday.
Right. You should be watching this in reruns.
Yeah.
But Jim, Blood for the Baron's been around for we brag about being on the air for a long time. You put us to shame, man. How long's Blood for the Baron been running, and how did that get started?
23 years last month. So,
oof.
Yeah. We had a hiatus with the forum where it crashed, so that was offline for a good 3 or 4 years, but that was rescued 2 years ago, thankfully.
Good, just in time for nobody to use those anymore, but still.
Yeah. But it's a hot trove of information and fanfic and all sorts in there, so I'm glad it got saved.
That is good. So what turn back the clock a little bit more, man. What was your thinking when you started this? Because basically for folks who are not familiar, bloodforthebaron.com is essentially it's the Action Force UK version of Yojo when it was good. Right? Like it's just
Yeah.
Right. It's the resource. It was the resource. It is still a wonderful resource. I dare say that before 2014 and or so, and when the rest of you guys started coming out of the woodwork over there, like everything I knew about Action Force was because of your site. So what was the thinking when you were starting this up, man?
Well, I mean, the first thing to make clear is there are two different eras of Action Force. There's the Palitoy years
Right.
and the Hasbro UK years. Hasbro UK years is pretty much G.I. Joe under a different brand.
Right.
The Palitoy years was the whole Red Shadows era. So yeah, what started was that I joined a chat group, Action Force Online, which is long gone, and there was a request for someone to scan the classic comics. And I realized I was probably the only man alive who had all of the comics and a scanner and was up for doing it. So yeah, I scanned them all and uploaded them one story at a time, and everything got a big reaction. And then once I'd finished the work, everyone was like, well, you need to make a website. So I thought, okay, what should I call it? And of course, Blood for the Baron was the battle cry from the Red Shadows. So like the equivalent of Yo-Jo is over there. So it just made perfect sense to go with it. And then fast forward 3 or 4 years, the Action Force Online administrator, Steve, he decided to pack it in, and I inherited the forum and the toy archive along with it. And it's just been building and building ever since then. We did a whole bunch of community projects like the Muton World Tour. Are you familiar with the Muton?
How could you not be, man?
He's the absolute worst, nastiest figure ever made, but he's so bad he's cool.
Right.
And yeah, we had the traveling Muton where we had this guy, and we'd mail them on to different members of the forum, and everyone would take photos. And over the time, he got more and more accessories, like a skirt and a hat and a sidekick, and it just got bigger and bigger and more encounter. It's fantastic. And then he just disappeared. No one knows what happened to him. He lost. So hopefully he's off still having his adventures. But
right. If somebody's going to make off with him, at least make sure he's still having a good time.
Yeah. I hold hopes that he'll return one day in a blaze of glory.
And the stories he'll have.
I like that he walked off into the crowd like Hannibal Lecter, right? Don't mind me. I'm just Muton in a hat and a skirt.
And that was it.
It's like Kaiser Sose, Mark.
Yep.
You know, stopped limping, and the little thing came on and stuck out of his helmet again, and it was all downhill from there.
I don't know. I kind of like to imagine that the Muton just kind of shambles around like Boris Karloff in the first Frankenstein movie.
I could just see Muton going in like that. Yeah, we know our Muton. Absolutely.
Nonetheless, he was going to guest appearance. There he is.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, that's our guy.
So he was originally the deep sea diver mold, but they thought they could reuse him, so they gave him this radar and a gun on his head. And of course, the translucent plastic was king back in the day. Yeah, and but the bio is even more fantastic because he's indestructible robot. I think it's awesome death machine of infinite power or something along those lines.
There you go.
And in the comic, he would just walk into battle, wade into battle, and lift up tanks and throw them in the air and keep on going.
We owe so much to cheap repaints in our shared love of we really do. Everybody complains about repaints, but man, repaints are the best. You do them right.
Must be hard finding a skirt to coordinate with that helmet, with the gun.
Oh, it's worth checking out. I think it must have been a Lego piece or something. But he also ended up with a Leprechaun's hat from when he went to Ireland.
Yeah, Toy Connections checking in the Battle Action Force comics. He's hard to beat. You pretty much have to freeze him or get him caught in a rock slide.
That's right. Or someone knows that more.
Then catch him in a rock slide.
Yeah, but now we got Cody Rhodes, so we have a weapon.
Right. He'll at least beat him on the third try.
That's it.
But anyways,
Then we were making all this noise with the forum and trying to get noticed over in America. And someone at Devil's Due was paying attention because that's when they brought the Red Shadows back for their comic. But it was a revamped version. But nonetheless, we're taking the credit for that one.
Right. It's got to make it work. So that's fine.
And then Jamar Miller, who was a mega fan, he's an American guy, he's based in Japan. He just got the bug and he did two projects. He did his own Action Force fanfic comics called Red Dawn. And he also initiated this world global coloring project to get the original comics, which were black and white, and just invite everybody to color them in. And so, yeah, I was posting a chapter a week everywhere, every single Joe forum I could find. And that went on for a good 3 or 4 years. And that's just how our reputation got solidified. And then the next big feather in our cap was the discovery of Bombardier, the lost mystery Flash figure, if you remember that one.
Right.
Treasures Boys. Yeah, we solved that mystery by uncovering this lost prototype Action Force team, and he was a repaint.
He was with Q Force.
Special Weapons Force. They unveiled a whole team that hadn't been released. 4 other figures as well. Boffin and Sniper, Fixer, and Lightning. There you go.
See, I didn't do all the homework, Jim. But so that brings us forward. Obviously done the legwork. You're an invaluable resource to fans the world over. So what made you think, hey, it's time to do a book? It's time to retro this bad boy and throw it down on pages.
As I said earlier, there's 2 aspects to Action Force. The other Action Force is the Hasbro UK years, which came along after Palitoy folded. Palitoy went bankrupt, but all of their IP became the property of Hasbro. So Hasbro rolled over the name, but other than the name, it was just G.I. Joe on new cards. And that ran for 8 years, 87 to 94. Along the way, the name changed from Action Force to G.I. Joe, the Action Force, and then finally it became G.I. Joe. But even then, the G.I. Joe UK stuff had alternate packaging to the American stuff. Mm-hmm. And those archives, they've been 95% complete for over a decade. But some of those card backs were just so rare and so hard to source. I'd given up hope of ever actually finishing it. And then luckily, believe it or not, on Christmas Day last year, I was on Facebook and there's a guy, a Chinese G.I. Joe collector, and he just started posting all these cards. And I was like, whoa, that's the missing piece from the 93. And so I messaged him all excited and said, oh, have you got anything else? And he's like, yeah, I have. And I'm like, what? And so I sent him my wants list. And every 10 minutes, my phone was blowing up with a new ping. And I was like, oh, okay, what's this? Whoa! in about 45 minutes, he completed my life's work for me. And I was trying to get away from the phone to spend Christmas with my folks, but I just couldn't tear myself away.
Truly the Christmas miracle.
Oh, it was fantastic. And my folks were equally excited as well because they know the deal. So yeah, as I finally had everything complete, and I'd already plotted these Kickstarter books years ago in the vain hopes it might happen one of these days. But we're talking 7 or 8 years ago for that. It was all on the back burner. And then suddenly it was ready to go. So I thought, great. And the site anniversary was coming up, so kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Although I very nearly put a hex on the whole damn thing. I launched the Kickstarter and I logged into Facebook to do the big 23rd birthday anniversary announcement, proudly unveiling my Kickstarter project for 2 300-page books dedicated to international herpes.
Oh my.
Yeah, autocorrect is a tough one, man.
You didn't even pick up on it because it's a real word. So I only just noticed it out of the corner of my eye as I was about to hit enter. For anyone really confused, it should have been international heroes.
Right.
Well,
it was a celebration of a lost scene from the Ice Pirates. But,
right. It's the OP and the key P. the O key and the P key. There we
There
go.
you go.
Are very close to one another. And yes, yeah, you got to be careful with that one, man.
You
can't get
Jim,
I've been focused for every single announcement I've done every day since. So.
I would say just run them both and let the market figure it out, right?
Man, all the herpes stories I've ever heard involve international something. So
the add-ons
too far up.
Maybe that's the cheap re-release in a couple of years, right? Yeah.
Right. All of my friends who used to be in the Navy, that lines up with what they've told. So yeah.
2 books. You got International Herpes and Herpes the Return. That's not bad.
International Herpes, 1987 to 1990. Oh goodness, that's too good, man. So we've got to you sent over some slides. And we do have the link to your project down in the description below, so everybody can check that out once we're done here today. Very close to being funded right now as we speak. We like to put the Pledge with Confidence label on things. We can unofficially put Pledge with Confidence on this bad boy because you're less than $100 away. Like you're right there.
I don't know what it is in dollars. They're about
216 on a goal of 16,099.
Okay, so less than $1,000 away. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'll probably need about 6 or 7 people, and we're there. So,
yeah,
there you go. Maybe we can do that before the end of the program.
It's 85%.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks left, right?
Yeah, we're only halfway through.
We got time.
Right. But Mark, we want to see the physical manifestation of the What's on Joe Mind bump.
So, I get it. I'm just saying.
This way we can say, hey, this project, it was not funded. And then while he was on the show, it's suddenly funded.
Yeah, okay. I know typical Kickstarters are like, this is great. And then they go a little soft for a while. And then towards the end, there's usually a spike. We want it to go down. And bam, right in the middle. Bam, the spike.
Damn,
so we don't even need an end.
We'll forget all the work that came before and just be like, yeah, we did this. We
totally. That's right.
This is us. Sure.
And we've ever backed on this show funds. And the ones that don't, we don't talk about. So
right. I guess Jim did a little bit of the work.
Launching the whole thing, planning it out, doing all the work on the book, that type of
all the work entirely. Yeah, well, sure. Except for the work we did. He did all the work.
Yeah.
And the work we did wasn't really any work. But man, we're gonna be loud about it.
Let's not quibble about who did all the work, right? The important point is it's a collaboration.
On that note, I must give a shout out to my friend Renee Anderson from action-force.dk. He provided all the photographs of the toys. They're all his work. I collated all of the packaging images. So it's the two of us really, but yeah, his photos are fantastic.
Round of applause for Renee.
That's what Renee.
Job Log in Toy City reminds us that herpes does have deep penetration, so there could be. Look, I had to respect. I had to respect that.
The unstoppable enemy.
Yes.
Right. Get yours at the KY GI Joe show. Coming soon.
Right.
Something gonna be sliding on in. All right.
Oh.
Well, hopefully not. Trying to keep everything dry. Anyways, we're making a travesty of the entire operation. So let's go to the slides.
Yes.
Here are the covers for your two volumes, Jim.
Yep.
There's Action International Heroes Collector's Guidebook Volume 1 and Volume 2. Collect them for the full battle sequence.
That's right. Those aren't the finished artworks. Those are just the flat colors so far. But Alejandro Cabral is the artist. He's fantastic. His goal is to make them look like the original G.I. Joe card art once he's done.
Excellent. Was there any? Is there a particular rhyme or reason to your character selection, or just to go with popular guys?
Popular guys for sure, but also we weren't sure about using Lady J because she's only armed with a spear gun. But so we did put in we did trial it with a bazooka in place instead, but there wasn't room for him to be firing his bazooka while he was there, so we switched back. But that led to us talking about the front cover. And one of the things we both agreed on, we always loved about G.I. Joe, was the diversity. They were well ahead of the curve in that regard.
Right. And hey, spear gun is a dynamic weapon, even if it's not a terribly practical one.
Yeah. No, it's not a spear gun. It's something even stupider. Let me just
A javelin launcher.
The power javelin, right?
Javelin, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. Which makes a travesty the whole javelin thing in all its...
Right. Makes it feel more Olympic.
Either way, bazooka or Lady J gives you a nice pop of color over on that side of it. So I think they're both good picks.
But
I love his evil leering Zartan. He's just creepy as. And if you can see, he's clutching the face mask in the other hand.
backpack face, yes.
Yeah.
And then we get some shots of some pages from the inside.
Yeah. So that's going to be the format throughout both books. All 600 pages is pretty much a photo book, and then any information or trivia will be along the bottom edge in the corners.
Okay. So we've got the layouts here. About, you say this is probably 80% of the page itself, and then there's going to be just some small write-up in what's left.
Well, you can see along the bottom edge, you've got the page number in one corner, and then it said re-released in 1988 along the, or this figure was supplied with this vehicle on page so and so.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, I have graphics blocking that, so my apologies there.
And also there's information as well about, you know, this figure wasn't available in the US, or this figure wasn't available in the UK, and so on and so forth. Because some of the later 90s stuff, it was promoted on the UK flyers, but not available. It was only available in mainland Europe. But I'm still including those because they got the variant packaging I mentioned earlier.
There you go. Hey, you got to give people something to shoot for, right? Those smart guys that think they got it all. Well, we're here to show them wrong.
You think you got everything, but have you got herpes?
Do you have international herpes?
Right. Sounds like they were way ahead of the game. A lot of people think Hasbro Pulse developed the show it to you, but you can't buy it business mindset. But seems like it goes a lot further back than that.
Noah Manchild with a question for Jim. Will the file cards be large enough to be readable?
Should be. I mean, the pages are A4, which is 21 centimeters by 29.7. So, I mean, the figures aren't going to be quite life size, but pretty close.
Okay.
But I am stuck with the cards I have. Some of them are really nice, high resolution scans. Some of them are really crappy quality. If I come across a poor quality image as I go along, I will put a shout out if anyone's got a replacement. But some of this stuff is just so rare. I am just have to go with what we got, and but certainly the majority of it should be legible, I hope.
Yeah, I would think so. If those are going to be the dimensions on the book, that ought to be what our tiny screens here, and not to mention that the pages that you sent didn't like. There's more space on the sides of these of my screen than there is on the actual pages.
Sure,
So
I mean, and that's a page spread. Don't forget as well.
Yeah.
So as
just for everybody at home, don't think that when you're getting the book, you're getting just a whole bunch of blank white page. That's a fault of the format of my slideshow.
Yeah, no, it'll be, if you go by the page numbers in the bottom corners, you'll get an idea of
there you go.
So I mean, this is pretty much the size of the book. I'm just going to plug this comic here, so you guys get an idea. I've got an American comic here. Show you
let me get to the big window, Jim. Hang on.
Okay, look.
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
It's all about you, Mike.
It is about me.
All about you.
There we go.
Oh, so that's an A4 comic, and this is a US comic by comparison.
Okay.
So, and then obviously opened up, double page spread will be, you know, huge.
Making me dizzy. You're making me dizzy, Jim. You're going to have some puke for the Baron. Whoa.
Barf for the Baron. So yeah, should be. I haven't had any proof pages sent through yet. I'm going to work on them this week just to make sure everything's not too dark or too light or so on.
Right. Always editing. Always editing.
Oh yeah, right. The wire.
We got a Rattler page here. Obviously, show the folks the fan favorites. Jim, good call.
Oh yeah, and those photos again, they're just so glorious and crisp. It's fun to work with them. But I mean, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a double kick for you guys. Is the really nice photos on one page and the variant packaging on the other. And for everyone who knows G.I. Joe, they're just gonna, wow.
Was the Rattler one of the vehicles that was a little bit different in the UK? Was it a different shade of blue, or is that? I know that happens sometimes.
That happened occasionally with no rhyme or reason. The one that leaps to mind is the Rolling Thunder, which came in. Not only did it come in a different shade of green, I think it came in another shade of green over in Europe, and for a reason nobody can explain, it didn't have the hubcaps.
Rough neighborhood.
Yeah, must have.
Bad part of town.
Must have been made in Detroit.
Whale hover the Bronx.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good, Jim. What were you saying?
The Whale, the hovercraft, that's a weird one because it was originally released by Palitoy in '85 and then again by Hasbro UK in '87. And they were two different shades of green and neither one matches the American one. So if you're trying to piece together a vintage Whale, do be aware there are three different shades of green.
Excellent. And then of course, heat damage and sun damage have created a veritable rainbow of greens.
Yeah. The herpes variants.
You just say it's camouflage.
And we got a couple of Mark's favorites.
Oh man.
Flint and Footloose. Right there for you, Mark.
Yeah. Looking like there's some juice loose in that caboose on Footloose.
Yeah, whatever, Mark.
Big old diaper on Footloose. It's an international problem, Mike.
Well, they don't, you can't, just because the man flew overseas doesn't mean he's going to have a different set of life problems.
No, I'm just saying, it's a long flight over there. Right? You gotta
Right.
do what you gotta do.
And clearly the threat of international herpes.
Oh, the Kickstarter's just gone up by one backer. Thank you very much.
See?
There you go.
See? Somebody take credit for that in the live chat.
I'll take credit for it on the show. Wasn't me, but
And then we got the Sky Striker there again in its glorious Action Force packaging. I don't believe there were any differences between the US and the UK past flag signage, right?
Past what, sorry?
Flag signage, was there? Did they use British flags or something on the UK vehicles?
No, it never came up.
Okay.
No, I don't think we ever had any Union Jack flags.
Okay.
The Sky Striker was another one that was originally released by Palitoy in '85. Exact same toy, but a different sticker scheme.
Yeah, it looks. It's really what spurred it on is that it looks like there's next to the Action Force sticker there. I can't quite tell what that flag is, so I wasn't sure.
Sorry, where are we looking?
Under the seats in the cockpit area there, where there's normally a GI Joe sticker. Obviously, there's an Action Force sticker, and then
there's the logo is changed. But,
okay, there's some kind of flag sticker next to that. I can't quite tell what it is.
It's a blue star across the stripes.
It looks a lot like the replica patch you can get if you order both of the books.
Yeah. It was a running theme. The stripes. Let me find that. Nope, wrong way. Here we go. Yeah, that came with the fan club.
There you go. Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
Everyone who backs for both the books gets a free replica iron-on patch as well.
Okay. So Jim, if the folks at home, they decide that they're in on this campaign tonight, and these two books interest them. So let's just say that's what they want. What are they pledging to get these two books out of the gate?
The two not hardback, two 300-page books, which if I bring up my previous Kickstarter projects, these two here, we're talking that thick. So full-size book. And the contents will cover absolutely everything from Hasbro UK from 87 through to 94, all of the toys, all of the packaging, and all of the merch as well. I think it's going to be the complete works.
But again, so or rather, I guess pounds and shillings. What are we looking at as a pledge amount for those two books?
The amount, it's they're £50 GBP each, plus shipping, or you can get the digital versions, which obviously no shipping fee, which is slightly cheaper. Or if you pledge for both books at once, the full force package, you get the free iron-on patch, you get a free poster by Jeff Senior, who used to draw for the Action Force comics by Marvel UK, and a combined postage discount if you get them together.
All right.
And there's a whole raft of add-ons and stretch goals as well.
On Kickstarter, basically the collector's guide for volumes 1 and 2, it's £100, about 135 US.
Okay, thank you.
With our fluctuating.
Does that include the shipping or?
Probably not. I know the shipping always gets, when I pledge on something, the shipping always gets tacked on after the pledge. So
yeah.
135 sounds consistent with what I would expect £100 to convert to. So
yeah, sounds about right.
And so now you'd mentioned there are going to be stretch goals. There's going to be add-ons.
Yeah. Well, very briefly, the add-ons are all my previous Kickstarter projects. I showed you both the 300-page books. This was the wrong order.
Yeah, we'll get. I got slides for them in a minute. Let's just for a moment.
Yeah. So the first one, the collector's guide, covers the Palitoy years, 1982 to 1986, and then Palitoy Declassified was the 40th anniversary project, where I did a deep dive into the history of Palitoy, and we uncovered a whole bunch of unseen prototypes from the range that would have been if Palitoy hadn't collapsed. So there's a whole bunch of reinforcements in the works there. And right before going to print, a friend of mine in Australia, Mark, he spotted on eBay some in the Battle Action Force comic, one of the promotions they did was a bunch of 3D pages. Free pair of 3D glasses came with one issue, and that ran for about a month or so. And Mark spotted the original transparencies on eBay, so I got them straight away. Then I started chatting to the guy who was selling them, and he turned out to be the son of the man who made the original transparencies. And he dug through his archives and he found pretty much all of the master files and a completely unreleased page by blimey, the name escapes me, Gary Leach, who, let me just find it. So there's an exclusive 3D page here, which is really nice, and the book came with 3D glasses as well.
Hang on, let me get you in the big window again.
Yeah.
Almost.
Which way am I going? There you go.
There you go.
And also, there were 3 pages that were clearly designed for 3D, but for some reason, didn't make the cut. So they were only printed in 2D. Well, we remastered those into 3D as well.
Oh, awesome! That is the mail away grunt advertisement, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a couple more pages that were originally printed in 2D. And this just happened like the last minute before going to print. So they just made the grade, but the icing on the cake, really.
And truthfully, I just assume % of our normal viewers have 3D glasses on regardless. So they got an extra treat tonight. That is, we finally came through for them. I feel better.
Oh man, I'm top left corner now. I'm in charge.
Yeah. You're in charge.
We'll see everybody later. I'm out.
All right.
That's pretty
There we
slick.
go.
You also inherit 255 beachhead figures. So that's good.
All right, now I'm back. Now I can't stand for that. I'm back.
It's like musical chairs.
But
we were about to ship out your beachhead figures, Mike.
I believe me. Just because I left the active screen doesn't mean I can't see you.
Okay, and quickly the other add-ons. This is my first project.
But before we move on, I did want to note here that we've got the on the Palatoy Collector's Guide. We got the Baroness being cozy with Baron Ironblood there, and a truly anguished Destro off to the side.
Yeah.
No, but I love it because Red Jackal doesn't care, right? Red Jackal's like, whatever, dude. But you can tell it's really getting Destro right in the heart.
Yeah, you nailed it. Got cucked. Yeah, once I twigged Baron and the Baroness, they just had to go together as a couple.
Yeah.
Right? Move over, shiny head.
So Babe for the Baron.
Hey, sorry?
Babe for the Baron.
Blood for the Baroness.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, Red. Oh, gone.
Sorry, moving forward, you were talking about these guys.
Yeah. So the 40th anniversary special, that's a magazine, obviously I did for the 40th anniversary. And that contains the 30th anniversary magazine was 100 pages, and that was just full of fanfic from the forum guys. The 40th anniversary magazine, that contains all of the articles from the 30th and 10 new pages from the 10 years since. The photo book, that's I did all of these. I did a diorama for every single one of the toys, which ended up in the collector's guidebook, but they ended up being really, really small, some of them. So I had an opportunity to make an actual book of them. Here we go. Let me just find. Yeah.
There you go. There's our boy.
Oh, actually, no, that's Robot. That's the German variant.
They really went out there on those names.
I think it's actually pronounced Robot. German pronunciation.
Here's our guy.
There we go. There we go.
So yeah, I had all these nice diorama pics, but they were pretty much buried in the mix on the collector's guide. So I've made that up, and also I fleshed it out with the like I say, the unreleased prototypes I discovered for the declassified project. So we've got some of these brought to life as well.
There you go.
Wait. Looks like the University of Wisconsin mascot from his Wet Works days.
And he's fighting mad.
Cobell.
Look out, Michigan.
That's it. I am evil, and I'm here for Purdue.
So, Jim, tell me real quick that Palatoy photo book. I used that artwork for our thumbnail tonight because that image stuck out to me. Seeing the wolf pilot there with just those big glowing red eyes right in the middle.
Yeah,
just staring right through it. Who did that image?
Again, that's Alejandro Cabral who's doing the covers for the new book, and he's also one of the artists for the Action Force Redux comic.
Dig it.
Oh yeah, on the. I was going to ask you. You did the whole mumble thing. Right. Was that a homage to Preacher or something else?
It was not. It was just that it looks like he's wearing a giant heavy helmet that would be tough to hear. I decided to make a dumb joke because that's what I do with our thumbnails.
No, there is a Preacher character called Arseface who are figured and can't
Right.
speak. So and all of his text bubbles are pretty much like that, a little asterisk at the bottom.
But no, I essentially I pinched my nose closed and I covered my mouth as hard as I could, and I just yelled blood for the Baron, and that was what it sounded like. So that's what went in the word bubble.
Is that like an autoerotic thing, or?
Sure. It might turn
If you
into
do
one.
it right.
We'll see how I feel about it tonight.
It is now.
But anyways, if folks are intrigued by these add-ons, these previous projects that maybe they missed out on before, what is that going to set them back in addition to the original pledge?
Oh well, they're all different lengths, so they all vary. The 300-page books, they're £30 each. It's pretty. The 200-page books, they're £10 each, and the magazine and the comics, they're all £5 each.
Okay. Excellent.
And the digital ones that people will get, they're full size, high resolution, no watermarks. I've got examples of everything on the website, which I've linked to. But yeah, I didn't make it clear that the ones I'm selling are going to be watermark free and high res. So rest easy.
But you mentioned the comics.
I did. So this is my other passion project. We've done 4 issues so far. Well, you've got the covers already, haven't you?
Okay. All right.
A whole host of the cover on the left, that's done by Patrick Goddard. He works for 2000 AD. He's drawn Judge Dredd. And the cover on the right is another one by Alejandro Cabral.
Nice.
The source, that's my plot lines. I plotted 100 issues from start to finish. Originally, I was only going to do 12 issues. I wanted to... how much time have we got left?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Well, when Palatoy collapsed, the year rolled over, and the Red Shadows and Baron Ironblood all went off the shelves. And the following year, it was AF and Cobra. But this is still on the red Palatoy packaging cards. And in the comic, Battle Action Force, they did a masterful retcon story where Baron Ironblood betrayed all of the Red Shadows to Action Force, vanished without trace, and then reinvented himself as Cobra Commander. And of course, this story came out before the toys were on the shelves, so everyone reading the comic was like, "What is going on?" Red Jackal hunted him down, driven by revenge, but failed and got rebranded as Destro. And so when I started thinking about doing a comic, I knew straight away I wanted to flesh out the fall of the Red Shadows. So the first 4 issues, they're prologues to World Enemy Number 1, the big story. Issues 5 to 8, which I'm hoping to get for stretch goals, those are the war to end the Red Shadows. And then issues 9 through 12 will be epilogues, which will weave all of the characters back into the continuity of the original comics.
There you go.
The cover on the left there, that's from the trade paperback. It's actually part 1 of a triptych. You can see by the curve on the bottom. So on the left, you've got Baron Ironblood and the Red Shadows. In the middle is going to be the Action Force core members fighting for their lives. And then on the opposite side on the right is going to be a mirror image of Cobra, who also had a Robo Skull and a Hyena tank, or his tank, you guys.
Everybody needs a Robo Skull. As a rule.
Mandatory.
And I kept these guys in there because, of course, Action Force comics are known for the horrific deaths of their characters.
Oh, well, I'm glad you picked that one. So, yeah, cover on the left, cover A, that's again by Patrick Goddard. It just came out lovely. And then cover on the right, that's by Jeff Senior, the Marvel UK veteran I mentioned earlier.
Right.
But what's really neat, can you bring me up to the full screen again, please?
Yeah, let me get you in the big window here.
Yeah. So the cover is, we've got the nice shot of Space Force 1, the space station. And you flip to the story.
Whoa.
So,
Blat.
Yeah, it's a rough day.
Yeah. And you can thank Red Laser for that. Hang on, I've got one more to flash at you. Another
There you go.
piece of art.
I guess we know why there was no Space Force when, after 85.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I've written a whole arc about it. How Commander Chuck Connors, he was never seen again, but he had a nemesis in the comics, a comic-owned created character called Carl Vagan, the space pirate, who I mean never had a finale to that story. So I've given them a whole arc as well about the hunt for Carl Vagan, and I've also threaded in the original Space Rangers, which was an Action Man, the original toys, the 12-inch toys, who were the precursors to Space Force. Oh, hang on, they're also in the photo book.
Nowhere Man-Child, Jim wants to say that the work you've done is doing are so important for preserving the history of all this. Very important, and praise is much deserved. So there you go.
Thank you kindly. Here's the Space Force. No, what am I saying? The Space Rangers. Pardon me.
There you go.
And they were the 12-inch dolls that came before Action Force, but were clearly the led into Space Force. So I brought them in as well as reinforcements.
Yeah. Didn't they try and work ROM into that too over at Palatoy?
Indeed, yeah. ROM and Bullet Man, and also I don't know if you remember the Intruder. They were all available in the UK under the Space Rangers banner as well. And and they're all guesting in Redux and later issues as well.
Good old Bullet.
I only planned on doing 12 issues, but I just got the bug. I had I then thought of another 8 issues to round out a finale to the original continuity, and that led me up to issue 20. And then I was told that American publishers like everything in blocks of 12, so I did another 4-issue mini series, which is based on those German guys I showed you earlier, the Variant Robot, which is pretty much exactly the same as Action Force, but under different names. But it's interesting because a few of the characters were the same toy, but they had the exact same biography. I mean, you all know the character Quarrel.
Sure.
From Z-Force, who was a repaint of Scarlet. Well, in Germany, there was a variant of her called Crossbow. Well, Armbrust in German. And it's the exact same figure. So I've had fun bringing in these variants and alternates in this future Flash. But yeah, the thing about the German story, in 85 Germany, there was a whole movement against violent toys. So all of these, this is why they got repackaged with different names. They didn't have the battle tank, the Mobats. They didn't have anything that looked like a real life handgun. They were all replaced with fantasy weapons and knives, stun guns, and the whole ethos that the Action Force teams had a mandate where they weren't allowed to kill. It was everyone had to be captured and stunned. and Baron Eisenblut was an eco-terrorist, which worked out nicely. So I threaded this in as a future Flash mini series that took me up to issue 24, and I was happy to leave it at that. And then of course I met with Bob Breakin, the old designer, and he showed me all of these prototypes and read the 40th anniversary book. And I was just inspired to write a whole next generation arc of 5 years. There's another 60 issues.
There you go.
So that took me up to issue 84 which was a 7-year arc, pardon me. And I was happy to leave it at that. And then about a month later, wheels started turning in the back of my brain. I thought I came up with an Origins arc, another 12 issues for all the main characters. So that weaves into the original continuity really neatly, which took me up to issue 96. And everyone's like, well, you've got to go for the 100.
Right. You can't stop
at that point. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I just could not think of anything because I had rounded out every single story arc. I tied up everything. All the villains were dead or in prison. There was nothing left. And I was just scratching my head thinking, well, I've got to come up with something. And I couldn't. And then it just hit me. What if Baron Ironblood didn't become Cobra Commander?
All right. So imaginary story or elsewhere kind of thing, or
hopefully it won't come true because he goes on to conquer the world.
There you go.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Right.
Well, that beats my idea of the celebrity roast. But you know.
Right. Well, that probably happens in issue 101.
Yeah.
I was thinking you get to 99, that's pretty successful for a comic book, right? You should probably start over again at number 1. That's what collectors want.
Under Zero special.
Yeah.
Jim doesn't work for Marvel, so no.
That's fair.
No, my OCD won't allow anything like that.
Did
And
you
the
think of,
wild thing is, through all these various changes of Action Force and Ultra Palatoy years, they wound up releasing exactly 100 figures just by sheer fluke.
Yeah.
There you go.
Once I figured that out, then it made sense for every single issue to have a biography, a data file page.
There you
Mike,
go.
I like Andrew Gogan's suggestion about the parachutes.
Right.
because I haven't read a whole lot of the Action Force comics, but I think there wasn't a lot of parachuting to safety in.
No. I could not ignore the parallels. And when you said that, Jeff Sr. drew that cover on the right here with the little spacecraft getting completely obliterated.
Yeah, and the guy falling behind him as well. His engines are gone.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That one of the old guard from the Action Force and the Battle Action Force comics. Yeah, it makes sense that he drew that.
We've got another veteran as well, Kev Hopgood. He also drew for and he's done a couple of posters. This one's going to be huge.
There you go. Get you back in the big window there. There we go.
And American fans probably think that's the Snake battle armor, but they're wrong. It's the Snake battle armor with a U.
It's got a U in it.
Actually, they called that the escape armor, didn't they?
That's
No,
right.
they call it-
And that was one of the toys that was released twice by Palatoy, along with the Roboskull, because they originally it was a Red Shadows design, and then when they went belly up and had to release all the AF and Cobra stuff, they had a overstock of Roboskulls and escape armors and a couple of other. So they wound up being in the new Cobra, but they obviously weren't released in the States.
So Jim, we're coming to the end of the first hour here. We're what have we not asked you that you need to tell us about with your campaign?
I don't know.
All right, we got it all. All right.
Oh, I must give a shout to Stuart Allen from the International Heroes Facebook group, because he's written a couple of forwards for each book. Fantastic overview of the entire range, which should answer any questions for anybody. I told you about the. I think we've pretty much covered most of it.
Mark, did you have anything specific that we haven't covered yet?
Just the bit that I wrote down that I thought was great, he already touched on, and that was the Christmas present from the Chinese collector. Because I know guys who've been searching for that kind of archive stuff forever, and just getting one off the list feels like a big win, right?
Yeah.
But just getting it, set out. That's amazing.
One after the other. I don't even have words for it. I was like I said, I was thrilled with just one picture, and then another, then another, then another. It's like, whoa!
Just everything on the wish list. Ragtime Rob, do we have anything? Did you have any questions?
The Chinese collector, I mean, was he coming out of Hong Kong?
I mean,
just out of curiosity, just because I'm thinking at the time that Action Force was because you've got he's coming up with these kind of British rarities, and I'm wondering if that was during the time when the British still controlled Hong Kong. That would have been during that time.
Oh, possibly. What I learned, which I didn't know, is that you've seen the Chinese language card backs. What I never connected was the design, the layout of those is riffing off the UK later card backs, the 1991 to 94 range, with the fade from blue to red kind of background. So that's why he has this collection, because they relate to the Chinese card backs.
There you go. All right, and from the crowd, Toy Connections wants to know about Redux number 5.
Oh, go on then. Yeah. So issues 1 to 4, they were all prologues to World Enemy number 1. Issues 5 through 8, they are the war to end the Red Shadows. It was called United Nations Resolution 909 in the comics, and I'm going to have all 4 of the teams just in episode 2 of the comic. There was a little Episode 2 had the SAS hunting down Red Jackal, and he slipped through their fingers. And then at the end, there was a little panel for each of the other teams who just saying, "Oh, we've wiped out the Red Shadows in Hong Kong. We've wiped out the Red Shadows in the desert, but it's been rough," and so on. So I've just fleshed out all of these little cameos to make into full storylines. I'm not going to give away too many surprises, though.
Oh, yeah.
We look forward to seeing them for ourselves and to see if you can kill nameless Action Force soldiers with the same ferocity as the all-time greats.
I was saying that every issue ended up with a data file and a poster relating to each one of the 100 figures. Every now and again, the data file corresponds with a death in the story. So I've marked. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. Once we got the data files and the posters for each issue, 100 that paved the way to do 100 trading cards.
There you go.
Work on one side and the data file on the other, and every now and again, I think there's 10 issues where the data file corresponds with a death in the story. So I've marked them as death cards.
Look at the smile on Mark Webber, Jim. Look at him.
Yeah. Death Cards presents Battle Force 2000.
You're getting his little marketing brain going, Jim.
Yeah, too soon, I guess. Dodger is like, hey man, that's some bullshit.
Dodger's like that guy in the Holy Grail. You know, I'm not dead.
No, Dodger's the only guy at the staff meeting going, where the hell is everybody?
Am I early? Did I miss daylight savings?
Did I miss the memo?
But so again, if you are in on Action Force and the collectibles that were happening from Palitoy and Hasbro UK in the 80s and 90s, then you are in on this Kickstarter. Certainly, we do have the link down below in our description. So be sure you check that out when we're done here today. Jim, it's been a pleasure, man. Stop by again.
Love to. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, next time you got something going on, man, let us know. We'll get you in late night from Nottingham.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There we go. I remember a little bit from the Kickstarter page. But you have a good rest of the night, man.
Future prospects may include a Chinese G.I. Joe archive as well.
There you go. See, that's something that I know people don't know anything about. So, but any last words?
I just want to I meant to say earlier, thank you to Josh from After Action Report for hooking us up as well.
Absolutely.
Josh was the star from Yojo. He's the one who synchronized every single one of their international comic book pages with the Blood for the Baron archives. If you click on one, it links to the other site and back and forth. So he's an absolute trooper.
Yeah, it's a ton of work that's gone into G.I. Joe and its online archiving that a lot of other properties just don't have at all.
I can't take credit. There's been no end of wonderful submissions from people all around the world. So.
Yeah, and it's something that is truly unique to our corner of fandom, and I think it is all the better for it. We just do a dumb 2-bit slime show. There's people out there like you guys doing real work, and we really appreciate it.
No, come on, you guys are famous.
I don't know about that.
Infamous.
Yeah, I think famous is going a little far.
What do you want?
I'll take it.
Oh, Josh also made an astute observation that these Action Force Kickstarter books are pretty much the last bit of G.I. Joe lore that hasn't been documented already.
There you go.
So
there you go. Until we find more.
Until we find more, yeah. There's always more.
Until next Christmas.
There's going to be more the day after I go to Prince. That's what normally happens.
Yeah.
It's okay. It gives you an excuse for the expanded Kickstarter next year.
Yeah.
The herpes variant.
The international herpes variant. Jim Marshall, thanks again. Thanks for joining us tonight. we'll let you go and hit the sack and get ready for the rest of your Wednesday. And we'll be back after a quick moment with our sponsors at Kokomo Toys with the news. So be sure to stay with us.
Thank you, guys. Just giggles.
Thank you, Jim.
Give it up, Rob. Give it up, Rob. That's
Clap, you bastard, clap.
tough crowd down there.
All right. I tell you, nobody, don't try to impress Racktime Rob. No.
I'm sleepy.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Well, and we're back. All right. So again, thanks to Jim Marshall from Blood for the Baron. We've got his link to his Kickstarter down below. Jim, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good sleep. We appreciate your time. But as for us, we got to go a little bit more because it's time for the news. All right. Remember to do all that cool YouTube stuff for us. Be sure to like the video, share it in your online channels, comment down below, big boy comments, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Lord knows if you watched this far, the YouTube algorithm is going to keep recommending us to you for the rest of your natural life.
Forever.
Right. So you might as well just join us. Just come on. There we go.
That's our Rick James aura. Give it to me, baby.
First news item.
Do.
Well, unfortunately, it's a downer for the leading off tonight, as the world of G.I. Joe lost one of its giants. James DeSimone passed away a few days ago. I can't find an obituary anywhere to give a date of birth, but it was I believe it was Sunday was the day that James passed away. And just some notes here. James spent 14 years buying vintage 12-inch G.I. Joes before, during, after their hiatus in the 80s. He formed the original G.I. Joe Collectors Club in the mid-80s, which maintained a newsletter for collectors and enthusiasts, organized official G.I. Joe cons in the early 90s that were often sponsored by Hasbro, created hand-painted limited edition figures for his conventions, such as Race Car Ace and Police Officer, authored several identification guides for the 12-inch Joe figures from 64 to 78. That's the figures, not James. And then, of course, co-authored the official collector's guide to collecting and completing your G.I. Joe figures and accessories. Wow, that is a typo fest. I apologize.
I love it.
Which became simply known as the DeSimone Guide. And that is straight off of the Surveillance Board putting together the resume for us. So thanks to Eric. But James DeSimone, arguably the most important man in the G.I. Joe hobby from, say, 1990 to 2005. That window in when things weren't real active at Hasbro and not a lot of care was being given to the brand in that direction. A lot of what we recognize as a G.I. Joe show or even a toy show today is because of what he was doing at his shows. My first ever event as an adult collector was a DeSimone show outside of St. Louis in Collinsville, Illinois. And that was, that was like maybe 1999, 2000. Like I was lucky. I had people in St. Louis that I knew from college, and so I just kind of went and hung out with them for a couple of days and dragged them out to my dumb G.I. Joe show. And their eyes were all big, and I came home with a stinger, and I was thrilled. Everybody was happy. Everybody won. Was lucky enough to get to meet James DeSimone at Winterfest a couple of years ago, back in 2024. I was manning the camera for Brian Lauer's interview with him that he reposted on his channel this week. And then we got to hang out with him afterwards. We took James out to dinner. We got a steak in him. We got to have a nice talk with him. So, it was a good time. And so, truly one of the important guys, one of the reasons we're here, as we like to say. Mark Weber, your thoughts?
I mean, I knew that the funny thing is I wasn't a diehard collector. Like I even got out of it as I got into high school. But when I was younger, when I was in it, I collected everything I wanted to have. I did, except never had a Mauler for some reason. I think I liked the Mobat. I was so Steeler loyal, but never had the Defiant Complex. Never had the Flag. Never had anything Cobra Lane. See what I did there? Yeah, okay. Because I didn't want it, or the Pogo Ball, or the Buzz. Other than that, I had everything I wanted. So I wasn't dying for a guide, because I guess in my cocoon of Bend, Oregon, I thought, I know what they put out. I have everything I want that I could afford, so I'm good. At the same time, having no idea that Night Force was a thing, or Python Patrol existed, or what else was there? Slaughters, Marauders? No idea. Had no idea that Tiger Force was a thing. None of it came to Bend, and they didn't advertise it. And no internet. So I really could have used a decent guide to get me better informed about the hobby I thought I knew everything about. But I've never, ever heard anything but praise for him, for his work, for how he was as a person, for his passion for collecting. And if you love a brand or an IP or something so much that you become legendary for your dedication to it, I mean, that's about as good as it gets in our little slice of the world, right?
Right. We don't have anything close to that level of fame. Not since Justin Bell left. Anyways, that bad Justin Bell joke.
But, Justin Bell is there for Sigma 6.
Right.
He might be the D. Simone of Sigma 6. Which is like being the more attractive bushwhacker, but whatever.
Right. It's the bushwhacker with more teeth. Ragtime Rob, you have any thoughts here?
No, I don't. Basically, nothing that hasn't already been said. It's just that this man put a lot of work into, keeping, kind of the fires alive when those fires were kind of maybe threatening to go out. And
right. It's starting that raging bushfire that none of us knew how to stop.
Yeah.
And certainly without any of the tools that we have today, like social media or message boards or Reddit communities or whatever, he's doing this with almost feels like movable type in a Gutenberg press.
Right.
Stamps and stationery, locating, figures and things like that. So
it's a good point, Rob, for a brand that's been as enduring as G.I. Joe is. There are a couple times where it was a ghost town.
Yeah.
For new product and things, upcoming. So Joe has survived and come back a couple times. And those dark periods, it's guys like James D. Simone were really, really critical in keeping the brand front of mind, at least for the diehard collector.
Right. Somebody, he always out there rallying up the troops, so to speak. So,
and that's not a bad legacy at all.
Not in the least. But like I said, glad we got to catch up with him the one time and give him some of his flowers in person. So a toast. James D. Simone. Next news item. Hey, as seen on What's on Joe Mind 373.
Hey,
looks like them Yetis are in stock. How about that? as well as the Zargonauts. Everything is available at Skeletron.com. I believe these guys are going $26.99 a pop. And again, they're O-ring figures, fully posable, very similar to the brand we love so near and dear. They fit right in. So if you want, I know at our show that we did with them back on February, they said after ZoloCon. Turns out immediately after ZoloCon, these became available. So if you've been waiting for us to tell you, here we go. We put it on our social media the day of. We want to make sure that we get it in there now. Next news item.
Is that the Yeti that beat Hulk Hogan?
No, it is not. No, this guy has elbows and knees that work. He's not just Ron Reese wrapped in toilet paper.
Oh, I thought that was Kevin Nash from the Mobility.
No, because he didn't tear a quad.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Ron Reese was immobile, but his quads remain whole to this day. Oh my God! Whoever had Ron Reese shout outs in the live chat, you let us know. There's probably something in the prize vault for you. Doug Dello says his are already shipped. Yeah, I know.
Like that, man.
I put my order in on Friday. I'm hoping in the next couple of days.
I heard they shipped an empty box to Rob. Oh.
Gene Fleming asking, wait, I know about and own the 375 books. Did James DeSimone do 12-inch guides as well? Anyone know the titles, if they're available anywhere? My guess is that they are out of print. His 3.7 guides are out of print as well, but you still see them changing hands here and there. I can't help you a whole lot. I don't know offhand. Let me poke the 12-inch guys that I know.
Hey,
that's not to say that those guys are 12 inches tall.
No.
But they collect the 12-inch figures, and so maybe they will probably know more than I will. Give me some time to get you an answer on that. So go ahead, get your Yeti. Head on over to Skeletron.com as soon as we're done here. Don't do it now.
No.
Still show, that would be rude.
They'll be there at 11.
They should be. They better be.
And if they aren't, we're going to blame Mike.
Well, if they're not, we're going to blame Doug Dello, because obviously Doug Dello bought them all.
Right. Limit 5.
Curse you, Doug. All right. Next news item. Easy there. Easy.
Holy smokes.
Mark's all fired. Get some Sun Devil gear on the honcho, and look what happens. It was crazy.
I've been sitting on that one all week.
He really didn't like Bobby Hurley.
News from our friend Mark Gerwig over at Mark II Design. They have released the fan custom class project for this year's assembly required. Bring a classified Footloose with you to the show, and they'll help you transform it into Lieutenant Snake Eater. And sure, he looks familiar, but obviously we can't call him by the name we think he looks like the most. But it looks like a real darn good incarnation of a guy that we already know, maybe a little bit better than a guy named Lieutenant Snake Eater. But the kit includes two head sculpts, neither one of them dopey looking.
Right.
It's got a beret, a fast helmet, neckerchief, a harness. It's got 2 leg pouches, a backpack, 2 knives, a shotgun, and a pistol. We will show you some. I know Mark put up some more shots, some digital renders earlier today. I didn't have time to get in the slideshow, but he is doing this in conjunction with Grindhouse Toys, just like last year. Last year's project really worked out well. Really, 2 years ago did as well, with that Iraqi sympathizer Sergeant Slaughter bit that they did. That was amazing. Yeah. But anyways, Mark and the folks at Grindhouse, they've really got a rhythm going on this stuff. So if you're heading to assembly required, consider the custom class. if you're not heading to assembly required, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right? This guy here is lawsuit proof, right? Because if the big H wanted to file papers, right, the defense is just, he looks nothing like that other guy.
Right,
That guy looks like Sloth from Goonies. Like, come on.
It's like if you hit him with a shoe.
Right? Turns
like
out
his face went through a windshield.
people have been giving that figure way too much slack. It turns out there's a pull string in the backpack that makes him go, hey, you guys. And that's a lot of money, man.
Michael Gene Fleming says people can always open a new browser tab and go buy them while they continue to watch. We demand your undivided attention, sir. You might miss something.
Yeah.
Nah.
Your undivided attention. I don't even believe the shit that comes out of my mouth most of the time. No, it's
Nope.
Just to answer the question before it gets asked. No, I don't. No. I do not. What do you think, Ragtime Rob?
I think that's an awfully good looking.
That's Lieutenant
Because I
Snake.
want to get sued by Hasbro and Marvel.
That's Lieutenant Snake Eater, sir.
Yeah, they wouldn't sue us just for saying the name.
Look,
fine.
we're here to help play the game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And if Footloose figures suddenly show a big price bump on eBay, right? That's just Carson buying 300 of them to go to the custom class. Yeah.
Right. If you can't get a seat in the custom class, go buy one from Carson. He's probably selling them secondhand.
He's going to bring it in on a pallet jack and lock the door behind him and sit down and just go, let's begin.
But great work for Mark. We will have him back in the house sometime in the very near future. We're never too far away from Mark Gerwig on this program, that's for certain. Because he has all kinds of cool mad scientist stuff to show off when he shows up. So
absolutely
beat that, man.
Every time we just go, what about a classified imp? And he's like, this one.
What do you mean? I tried this, but oh yeah, this imp, it seats 5. It's got a latch for the top and fully armored, and the guns are much better. And what the hell, Mark?
I swear someday I'm going to talk about
the size of a Buick.
I'm going to talk about an 18-inch scale rolling thunder, and immediately I'm going to hear beep, 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 beep.
You can drive it home.
Launching missiles at your house.
Yeah.
Oh, anyhow. So great work, Grindhouse and Mark II Design. We will talk to you a little bit more soon. In the meantime, next news item.
Mark.
Late last week, we got to see some images that were leaked from Hasbro Pulse UK. They are not nearly as study 200th anniversary of the U.S. like we are. So they didn't seem to have any compunction about leaking this image of what appears to be a 250th anniversary themed Duke. And Mark Weber is beside himself. But I will say, I am on the record as saying there's nothing like a good repaint. And
there's nothing like a good repaint.
Right. But
you know, nothing like a good repaint.
This is nothing like a good repaint. But I will give it credit for being silly enough that I might go buy one of these. Mark Weber, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't have any problem with it. Right? It didn't take the place of something else.
Right.
That's always my criteria, because people, all the way back to the Spawn board pages, right? People screaming about a figure they didn't like and saying, you know, I didn't want this. I wanted a new Globulus, right? It's not the same thing, right? It's like saying, I didn't want that cheeseburger. I really wanted a porterhouse steak, right? Totally different argument. So doing something to honor the 250th anniversary, sure, absolutely. Is Duke the guy to do it with? Why not? He's an A+
Sure.
guy. Haven't been a lot of Duke figures at this scale out recently. My basic problem is they've hammered into us for years that blue is Cobra blue. So it looks wonky. The darker blue in the backpack, I kind of like a little better, but maybe that's Viper blue. I don't know. The blue throws me, but I don't have a problem with it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It didn't take the place of anything else.
Right. Look, exactly. My thinking there too is that, you know, if there's going to be one brand that leans into the 250th anniversary of our great nation, doesn't it have to be GI Joe? Wasn't something like this mandatory from the official manufacturer of GI Joes? I mean, obviously Super 7 had their wave of figures, and that's fine too. Nobody's criticizing those. But you know, there had to be a classified something, right?
Yeah.
So happy that we get to see this, and it's reasonably tasteful for what it is. I'll be honest, I kind of dig that helmet. With the star logo. I kind of dig that helmet legit, okay? But you know, this is fun. This is fun. Rack Time Rob.
Clearly, Fred is tired from running from Old Man Jenkins in a rubber suit, and he's going to stand and fight for that cachet of Confederate money in that plantation.
I mean, look, he's tired enough that he took off the ascot. I mean, it's just he must be just roasting.
We are. That Mystery Machine is armored.
And where are the binoculars in the bubble layout here? Are they behind the rifle in the lower right?
They must be, because they're on the picture. They're in the accessory layout.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it is back there behind the knife and the fist.
All right.
The left leg.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a long time since I opened mine. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's the stand actually, right? Not the pulverizer.
No, the stand is white. If you look below the left hand, I believe you see the binocular cord.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, but you know, they're not reinventing the wheel here. It's just Duke and a tacky paint job, and it's a lot of fun. So you like it, you buy it. You know, like it, you know, buy it.
That's it.
Got to make some.
I'm all set for Daphne Scarlet.
You want it, you might have a little trouble of finding it, and whatever.
I think there's too many people who'd be ready for Daphne Scarlet, Rob. That's all I'm saying.
Nothing says "Go America" like Target canceling your pre-order for this. So outstanding.
Well, unless it's Walmart canceling your pre-order.
Or sending you an empty box.
But we don't know anything about this, right? We don't even know if it's actually going to happen. We just saw some leaked images. I presume that, considering the official channel that it was leaked through, that yes, this is happening. You know, Hasbro Pulse UK is not exactly some guy in a Hong Kong Facebook group.
Yeah.
So, you know, so when you consider your sources, this is a pretty solid bet. We don't know anything for you in terms of pricing or availability or when it's going to be available. I would imagine somewhere around 4th of July, but we haven't heard anything specific in that regard. So just keep your ears open. I'm sure this will happen at some point in the very near future.
And leaks are going to happen, right? They happen to every brand team here and there, right? And I don't pay as much attention to any other brand as I do G.I. Joe. Man, they seem to happen a lot to the G.I. Joe team.
Yeah.
Not like the whole year in one drop. Anyway.
Yeah, it's and when you figure, I triple confirmed that one back in the day. So there wasn't just one guy who said, "Oh, hey, run with this."
Yeah.
One guy came to us and said, "Hey, run with this," and I ran with it to my other sources, and they kind of were like, "Well, I can confirm this, this, and this," and somebody else said, "I can confirm this, this, and this." Somebody else said, "I can confirm some of the same stuff," and I was like, "Okay, we got to go."
Yep.
So again, this came from Hasbro Pulse UK. That's pretty much an official tease, if nothing else. It's an official tease without being an official tease.
put a jetpack on him and call him crop duster. That's good.
There's Cooter's Garage coming forward with that one. We want to give credit where credit's due. Diana Davis, our official Duke super fan. She'll get one. So well done, Hethra. Well done.
Look, man, if you put out a Duke figure that Diana doesn't want,
you screwed up.
Begrudgingly is going to buy, then you've absolutely messed up.
Right. You got to rethink. You got to rethink the product at that point.
Yeah. Her 3 3/4 or 4-inch Duke with a mug mass device jockey figure is my favorite. That was a good look.
Stitch Young, I really like this. It looks more like Field Medic Duke. I mean, I guess so. He's got a shiny Texas star on his laser rifle, so I don't know how Field Medic that really looks. But
he's got a knife and a shovel. If you're wounded and Duke comes over to you with his white shirt,
he's here to finish the job.
Then I must help you, my friend.
No prisoners. Okay, sir.
He'll gut you, but first he'll make you dig your own hole.
Man.
I do, again, I kind of dig that laser rifle for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
The white with the just blatant red stock with the star on it. It's so wrong that it's kind of right. Oh. Anyhow. Yeah, Diana says there's been a few Dukes she refuses to own. Yeah, we know, but that's just it. There's got to be a line.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, well, we're taking them all. No. I mean, somebody wants to put out something that call it Duke and it doesn't look anything like Duke. Well, go pound sand. We gotta have standards. We're counting on you to uphold those. But any last passing thoughts, gentlemen?
Nah.
I kind of hope this is the only one.
Right. From
there 3 or 4.
I don't need a line of these. One is great, but I don't need a whole mess of them. No. Yeah. Maybe for the Russians' birthday we can put out a Destro or something. I don't know, like a big red Destro. Who knows?
On May Day.
There we go.
Classified Mouton for May Day. It'll be good.
Look, man, classified Mouton. That needs to happen anyway. A 6-inch scale with laser guns on the side of the helmet.
Aren't they putting the Deep 6 out down the road?
Right. There you go. Remold the Deep 6. That's Mouton.
Custom class, baby.
Oh, man.
2-pack. Mouton versus Long Arm. Let's see who can, versus Mace. Let's see who can blow their own head off.
Battle of the helmet guns.
Gerwig just turned on the 3D printer, just so you know.
Right?
Just did it. Reached over.
Who wins the Mace Mouton showdown? Spoiler, it's a tie.
The Mace.
No. You know who wins that showdown? You, the consumer.
Right? I guarantee you, Mace's last words are "son of a bitch."
You, the viewer, you win. Oh, goodness. Next news item.
Mouton.
Announced last week from Skybound. It's going to be another wave of silent missions. This year, going to be every week in April, but this year it's going to be Cobra characters. Hence the extra S's in silent missions. Starting with the Baroness on April 1. We do not have the rest of the checklist just yet. We'll let you know when we see the rest of it. But written by Joel Jones and go ahead, Mark. Rob.
They announced all the characters.
Did they? I couldn't find it anywhere.
No, because I saw it at the back of one of the issues, like last month. I know. I think Zartan's got one. The Crimson Guard have one.
Go flip through them real quick and.
All right, let me see if I got something handy here.
Rather than stab at it, go flip through one, and I'll talk about this.
It's a bad idea, Mike. It's going Batman. There's Batman.
Right. Well, Batman has its own pile in the corner. And that's where he puts the lamp on it because it's that tall.
How come Baroness's head isn't casting a shadow like the arm and
It is.
Where?
On one of the chairs behind her. It's just not all the.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, so read it, Rob. Don't.
All right, we have got April 1st is the Baroness. April 8th is the Crimson Guard.
April 15th is Sky Creeper.
Nope, Zartan. April 22nd is Copperhead, and April 29th is Firefly.
Okay.
This highlights the problem. Sky Creeper needs a new agent.
He does.
Yeah.
Or a personality.
I mean, I don't know. Having a silent issue with one of the few Cobras whose mouth is exposed seems against brand.
Is she sitting on the armrest?
I don't know, man. It doesn't look comfortable.
Not at all.
No, it doesn't look comfortable.
These may be great, and I like the guys they picked, especially Copperhead, because he doesn't get a lot of spotlight. But as a friend of the brand and a encourager of all things new, can we kind of drop the silent missions thing after this?
I'm kind of with you on that one, Mark. It was last year's with the Joes that went through. I thought the Beachhead one was really good. And I think that, granted, I'm a Beachhead guy, but I think it's because they got Phil Hester to do it. And Phil Hester was the biggest name of those 5 and probably for a reason. So I think that was the best one. And then there were like a couple of them were okay. And then a couple of them didn't need to happen. And I don't want to get too far into the weeds on which ones I didn't think were as good and which ones weren't. And, so 1 out of 5 being a B+ or better type comic isn't the best average. And
I like the Roadblock one.
Yeah, the Roadblock one was all right. I don't see why that one had to be a silent issue, though. Like that's kind of the problem, right? Like a lot of the times they don't have word balloons because they don't want to have word balloons, and otherwise it's the same thing. Or it's just a normal comic.
I'm not too, and here we are hassling Skybound with Diana right there. I'm not saying don't do these. I'm just saying after these, take a good long break.
Yeah,
and the comics with the McFarlane reflection in the blade comic covers, that's done. That's done. I don't need that. The Alpha Flight targets on the hero, yeah, that's done. And the half face, right? Oh, I'm half this guy, but I'm also half that guy. Oh, done.
What if it's a two-face cover?
Done.
What if it's both the same guy, is what he's saying, Rob?
If it was Two-Face, you'd have to do it horizontal, right? It'd be like Two-Face on top and Jack Black on the bottom.
It would be Batman's face on the bottom, and because he looks,
then you wouldn't notice because it's just that's just
just dude.
Or do Liefeld Roadblock from Dead Game, where he had that like absolute cutting board jaw. That was hard. Look at that! I said back. I gave Rob a bad flashback. No more of that.
Somebody said Dead Game.
Dead Game. They fought Thor.
I've had a hard week, and it's only Tuesday.
So, but I tend to agree, Mark. I think we're starting to. I think we run the risk of exploiting the specialness of what issue 21 was.
Yeah.
And I know, like, it's better than running reprints of issue 21 all the time.
Yeah.
So at least it's new material, and new material is always good material in the grand scheme of things. New Joe is always good Joe on that level, right?
Yeah.
But we don't necessarily need to do. I love the idea of doing spotlight character one-shots.
Yeah.
5 weeks every April. That would be awesome. Let's do that we don't have to be silent issues all the time, do they? Probably not.
Do an issue where Hardball catches scales the wall and brings back Mace's head. There we go.
After, I mean, that would mean that he has to catch the missile.
Yeah. That guy's hardcore, man.
Oh, he was a good one.
Yeah, by and large, since I'm feels like I'm Mr. Anti-Skybound, I really like the Skybound.
Yeah, no, it's been great overall. It's been fantastic.
So salute. And I'm not saying don't do this. I'm just saying let's take a break
From silent stuff.
from silence. Yeah, from silence stuff. Yeah.
Like, we want loud. We want super loud G.I. Joe comics in next April.
Bang boom.
Nothing but sound effects.
That's it.
When Roadblock punches a Viper, it says zonk. Like in Batman 66.
We gotta get Warpath from
Right.
Transformers on the G.I. Joe team. So he can go bang boom kazowie.
Ooh. He was always tough to see, wasn't he?
Well, they brought him in at the same time as Sea Spray.
Yeah, that second season of Transformers could be rough.
Yeah. All of a sudden, like Shaka Bra Cool Beachcomber was the best news of the time, right? It's like, at least he's not Warpath and Sea Spray. Except for your old pal Power Glide. Shut up, Power Glide.
Nobody likes Power Glide.
Mhm.
Just that one chick, and nobody liked her.
I threw Power Glide in as an add-on to the Combiner War aerial bots. And fans weren't real bots.
No, I remember that one. I mean, it's not like you even made him terribly important. You just made him the gun.
He turned into a gun. It was an add-on. It was a way to link 3 different scales in the same combiner, right? And it gave you Decepticon Viper. So back off, people. $124 million can't be wrong.
So does Decepticon Viper, does he turn into a gun too?
Yeah, same tooling, different face, I think.
So like we could have Superion like two-fist and
Yeah,
got both of them. He just laying down the law.
absolutely.
Eastwood style.
Dual wielding. He could do that cool sideways thing, and he could do the shooting to the sides where I can't see nothing thing.
Or he could just be like blasting up in the air like Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. Woo-hoo!
Which, let's face it, that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah. And then a couple down at the ground so that he springs into the air a little bit.
In the spirit of editorial fairness, our friend Diana Davis is giving us the inside scoop.
Silent or not, these issues are amazing and beautiful. It was great being part of putting them together. I was thrilled Copperhead finally got his own issue. That is the one that sticks out the most to me right there. I'm a Copperhead guy, so just seeing any attempt to give him
the Copperhead one, I'm intrigued about just because it's Copperhead. You know, it's like, when does Copperhead ever get to do anything in the comics?
Copperhead is a guy who's the most personality they gave him was on the file card.
Yeah.
But even in that 2 or 3 sentences they gave him on his file card, he was pretty interesting, right? Apparently he's a gambler who's too far in debt and working out for Cobra to try and pull himself. Like, that's a great freaking story. And we never got any of it anywhere else.
I was like, the Copperhead was so beefy. He was one of the first like beefy figures that you had to kind of diagonal turn him to get him.
Yeah, you had to butter him. Yeah.
Yeah, just give him that little corkscrew turn to get him into the cockpit of the thing. And then you can go ahead, Mark.
I love the idea of him running to the docks quick to Dukes of Hazzard his way into the water moccasin and just mistiming it a little bit, just going
before he does, he's just spraying himself down with Pam.
Right.
You Cobra Eel, push down on my helmet.
In the turn, I've got a can of Crisco. Slather it on my helmet.
I was saving it for a snack, but
he's always sunbathing with the helmet on just to make sure he's nice and lathered up to make that die.
Right. I used to give Copperhead. I found a gun to give him, just so I wouldn't have to necessarily put him in the boat all the time. Right. Just so you had an excuse to not be in the boat once in a while.
Wedge him in.
Anyways, Also from Skybound, finally tomorrow, G.I. Joe Real American Hero 326 with this great Snake Eyes pinup cover art.
I do dig that cover.
Yeah.
It's that's Snake Eyes. But Larry Hama, of course, behind the keyboard. Andrew Cronky returns for art duties, and the esteemed Francesco Segala on colors. That is tomorrow at your local comic shop.
That's a slick cover.
Nowhere Manchild. Copperhead, no doubt, has a great swamp blues music back catalog. Of course.
A lot of credence, I think. Probably.
Mark, Terry Hawkins wants to know, where's this smoke coming from?
I don't know. It's not coming out of the eye.
I'm going to say he just blew something up.
Probably.
Um,
Somewhere an anime guy is going, what a lazy background. They should have done speed lines.
Lieutenant Falcone wants to know, did I miss the beautiful Tiger Force Snake Eyes? No, because it's not. There is no such thing as a beautiful Tiger Force Snake Eyes.
It's beautiful in its ugliness.
I have the 5-point reaction version because it's perhaps the worst action figure I own, and I love it because it's terrible. But that's why I don't want the reaction plus one. I don't need that to be superposable. I don't need that. I don't need any redeeming qualities on that one. I like it being terrible. It was $5 at my local comic shop. You fire that one up every time for $5. It's not worth $25. Oh no. But $5. You put that in my basket. Anyways, Real American Hero 325. That is tomorrow for all of you waiting to pick up your grubby little pull lists.
Also known as 326.
What did I say?
325.
Oh, my bad. And this is the rare one where I read the wrong number and had the right one on the screen. That never happens. Usually I'm giving you the right number and the wrong one is on the screen.
Maybe you should have mistyped it and have it say a Real American Herpes.
Right. Although this would just be a Real American Herp.
Oh, that's true.
So
now Herp it would have caught. Maybe Herd, something.
No, you said this issue was special Herp Shrimpy art for.
Real American Herb.
Yeah.
Oregano.
Lieutenant Falcone egging me on. You secretly, I do not. No, I have the one I want. I have it. It's on my little TV table over by the chair I sit in all the time because I never want to put it away. But I don't need that guy with elbows and knees. I need him stiff-legged with his orthopedic ninja shoes and his really flimsy sword. He's awesome. I hate that I love him.
Next week, Lieutenant Falcone will be back as Lieutenant Snake Eatery.
With an I, because it's Italian.
Ooh.
Diana Davis notes that, as a side note, she's selling comics on eBay to keep raising money for Splash's bill. More on that in a minute. Put new issues up each week. So, give us your eBay handle, Diana. We'll get it. We'll throw that up there too, and everybody can look at that in their spare window.
And you can see Rob's already working in his brain. You got any Batman?
Right.
And Mike's going, you got any Spider-Man? Any of them will do. I like them all.
Sure.
Yeah.
I prefer big Japanese robot Spider-Man. If you're
that's actually probably the win. Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Super Sentai robot Spidey. You can't deny that. That's pretty cool.
Isn't it Super Spider Man or something like that?
It's maybe, I don't know.
It's like Spider Man or something. Yeah.
Spider Man.
I see Super Sentai robot Spidey. I just kind of glaze over. I'll be honest. I like, oh, like that. Yeah, I'm in.
They're going to turn Mary Jane into Venom any day now.
I think they already have.
Oh,
I think that's canon.
Marvel's been ripping off my fan fiction. That's fun.
think that's all Marvel is at this point.
They have a few good books. You can
It's-
count them on one hand.
talking about this is giving me anxiety. There we go. Finally, Diana, it's D. Pam Davis. So there you go.
I think it's actually pronounced D. Pam Davis.
I mean, Diana will be on the show in a couple weeks. We can just call her Pam all episode.
See what happens.
Right. She'll probably leave.
I doubt if she leaves, it's because she's on her way.
By the end of the show, there's a knock at the door, and I'm hustling out to leave through the balcony.
She'll probably take the 495 to the 5 right all the way up the fountain.
Oh, well, then we should have time. It's jammed.
That's a good point. Just in case y'all were wondering if we were quitters. We're not.
Oh my God. The following week, this is a week from tomorrow, not tomorrow, but 7 days afterwards. G.I. Joe 20 hits the market, and that right there, that's the cover that launched 1,000 comic books right there. That is Duke and Optimus Prime together at last for the first time. Gary Godso cursing the very winds. But lots of other fanboys have been waiting for this for 40 years. So that's it right there. G.I. Joe 20. Joshua Williamson behind the keyboard. Andrea Milana, of course. Lee Loffridge handling art duties. That is.
I would. Oh wait, that's next week. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I was thinking that was the Transformers one.
I said, Rob, I gave it like 30 seconds talking about how this was next week.
The big Optimus Prime.
It did fanboy things, didn't it?
Yeah.
You were doing fanboy stuff.
I was thinking, oh look, Transformers.
You know who's mad at you? Gary Godso.
I know, but you know he's always mad at me. It's all right.
Send him a Hannibal figure. He'll feel better. They're real cheap on eBay.
Right. I'm looking forward to this too. This, I was not super ready for Skybound combined Energon universe, but I have to say I continue to be pleasantly surprised by how good it's been. Michael Gene Fleming, that's a nice cover. They need to make a poster of that. Yes, they do. Then they need to make a variant print with Duke in the 250th color. I bet that would match Optimus well. Well, I mean, especially if you give Optimus like some red, white, and blue American flag mud flaps. I think that would make it even better.
Nowhere Man-Child's got the inside scoop here.
There we go. Spoiler, Duke is dreaming this while recovering from his hound headbutt. Yes.
Never headbutt an Autobot or a Samoan.
Right? That we talked about that hound headbutt thing too much. We got 2 YouTube shorts out of it.
Nah.
Like long, like 90 seconds a pop, and it's different material. Stitch Young thought Duke was taller. No, he's about crotch height. That's about right.
No way.
I don't know.
Think about it. He's a human is supposed to fit in one of Optimus's pecs.
Look,
if he turns into a truck, so
he's in the foreground, so we don't know how far away Optimus is.
We've got some perspective going.
Yeah, Optimus could be a half a mile away. We don't know.
I guess that could be true.
Half a mile, Mark. Count it.
That's why Optimus looks so pissed. He's half a mile back going, God, I've got to transform just to go kill him.
Hello, Duke.
I am Optimus Prime.
And then he transforms on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one really expensive toy does.
Mm-hmm. Those are cool, man. I wish they were less than $8,000.
Now you can clip this too and get a third short. Well, maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
Third and fourth.
We really didn't get a lot of headbutt material in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We're branching out.
Nobody watches the clips, but the clips have spurred on more channel growth than the episodes do. It doesn't make any sense. YouTube is confusing me.
You know what we should try, Mike?
Extreme close up. Uh-oh.
Cat videos.
Cat cam.
Look,
We really should.
look at his little face.
Oh.
Oh, who's this big sweetie?
Oh, he's your boy.
Look, the yawn's coming. Yeah. All right. I poked the bear.
Yeah, now he's coming out. So
Now he's coming out with his 900 claws.
Gonna end badly. That's all right.
nah, you see this giant ass tail walk by, we'll know what's up. He has not had a bad behavior episode on our program yet. He's shown up 5 or 6 times.
I think it's because I'm in the office now, right? So once he's in here, he's just done, right? He has nowhere to go. Nobody's waking him up. TV's not on. This is his happy place.
It's his zone, right? And for the rest of the Skybound calendar, we got Transformers 30 is tomorrow as well. Rob. Do have to note that the Trade Paperback Volume 3, the Dreadnought War Collective, was moved from March 18th to March 25th. It is now a week later than we had originally anticipated. So those of you who have this sort of thing memorized and want to hold my feet to the fire, I didn't do it. I'm pulling it right off Image Comics website. Also on the 25th, G.I. Joe 24, Homofiles, and Void Rivals 28. Oh, see, he's coming out.
Not yet. He flipped the head to expose the chin. And now he's embarrassed from all the attention. Look at this.
Look, man, he's probably been awake 3 whole hours today.
He can't even deal.
Yeah, no, he's
That's insomnia for Cat.
He's a good kitty. He's a good kitty. Oh no! I've done too much.
He's loose. He's loose.
well.
The Tasmanian devil is loose.
What have I done?
All right, and that's
we say poke the bear. Bears say poke the column.
I have trespassed in God's domain.
and so that's what we got on the old Skybound calendar. Next news item
Column.
on Mark Webber's Wild America.
Mm-hmm. Where's that smoke coming from, Mike?
He blew something up, probably, or he's cooking some chili. That's
Colin's temper is smoldering
down there, trying to bite Snake Eyes' ankle.
Mm-hmm.
But remember that on March 24th, Skybound is launching the compendium sets 1 and 2 on the Kickstarter. So as soon as you get done pledging Jim Marshall's books, link down below, just start saving up some money again because we got more books coming your way. Volumes 5 through 8 are collecting the IDW part of the Hama community continuity, rather, from issue 155 and a half through issue 300 or 299, whatever the end of the run is. 300. So, and yes, you will be able to get compendiums 5 through 8 on their own. You don't have to buy the whole thing all over again. If you bought 1 through 4 the last time, you can just get 5 through 8 this time. But if you missed 1 through 4, you can get all 8. Just line them all.
Can you just order the one with the beach head on it? I'm asking for a friend.
No. I don't think you can do that.
Could I order 4 through or 5 through 8 and then send 3 back and go, hey, 1 was missing?
We'll see if you can. I don't know if it'll work, Mark, but I can't tell you not to try.
Then I'll send it to you by media mail. That's cheap.
That's right. And it's heavy enough that they'll think it's a textbook.
Yeah.
My friend Mike is in medical school. We're sending him this textbook, and it'll be like 40 pounds.
And
we got a whole story and everything.
We'll send it back because it's addressed to Dr. Michael Irizarry.
It's not like we're putting together contrary evidence on video or anything. on a
then they're gonna find out your doctorate's in holistic medicine.
well,
No, he's not.
paper printed on.
Mike's a doctor of thugonomics, last I checked.
You've got a degree in baloney.
Diana Davis, who again, remember, works with Skybound. She's excited. We've all worked hard, and these will be beautiful. They will be beautiful because 1 through 4 are indeed beautiful, and these are right in line. So,
Are you saying they didn't work hard, Mike?
no, I believe her. I don't have any, like, it's anecdotal evidence, but I believe her.
Just checking.
I have no way to gauge this.
I want to see if I can get you in trouble.
I'm sure somebody somewhere along the line was kind of a gold bricker on this one,
Could be.
but probably one of the suits. Like nobody involved in the actual construction of these books. I'm sure they worked out.
Okay.
I'm sure there's somebody up in an office somewhere, bill and accounting. God knows that guy never does a damn thing. He's probably trying to take more credit than he deserves.
Way to go, Bill.
Jabalong in Toy City has a good point here.
He does. And if anyone questions it, just say you're an honorary doctor with a U. Honorary.
Right?
Give those
From
out
from Oxford, no doubt.
Right. I need I kind of need this podcasting thing to work out so that my alma mater will come to me and say, hey, we're Southeast Missouri State University. Our most famous alumni aren't actually alumni. They're people who showed up for a year and dropped out. You actually have a degree. How about, because you're such a big, successful podcaster, we'll give you that honorary doctors in communications. And I'd be like, well, thank you very much. Can I invite famous Southeast Missouri State dropout Cedric the Entertainer to the party? And they'll be like, we already have.
You should go by Doctor.
Because the other most famous alumni is a schmuck and dead. So
Right. And I hope he looked up from hell and see us celebrating his passing.
Can you go by Dr. Saluki and manage terrible wrestlers on the independent scene?
Well, I mean, if I was Dr. Saluki, I would be disowned.
That's
because
the Southern Illinois Salukis are in the same conference.
No, they're not in the same conference, but they are our blood rivals.
Okay.
They are in a different conference. They are in the Missouri Valley. They play real sports, which is why Illinois kicks our ass up and down in most.
You see, you need to find a blood rival in conference, so you've at least got a chance in hell.
The problem with that is Southeast Missouri plays in the Ohio Valley Conference. Okay, they are the last team left from the formation of the Ohio Valley Conference in 1989.
Oh boy!
So all of our in-conference rivals have gone on to other things. For a long time it was Murray State. Murray State, found a lot of success in basketball, and eventually got to a point where they were just greasing us twice a year and moved on to a bigger conference. Western Kentucky was a big rival of ours until they got big in football and started greasing us in football every year and went on to a bigger conference. So Austin P was the same way. They got to be to where they're just too much for us. So the only school that's left that I remember us playing all the time is Northern Kentucky, and they're so terrible that even we grease them every time we see them. So it's not really a rivalry at that point. So believe me, it's fine with Southern Illinois because at least that's a real geographic one. They're within 30 miles of Cape Girardeau, so it's as big. That's as good as we're gonna do.
Yeah,
it's as good as we're gonna do.
Isn't that the northern? Isn't it the Northern Kentucky Doberman Pinscher genitalia? Pretty sure. Something like that.
I forget what they're called.
Something like that.
We had them in for homecoming one year in football, and they were up on us, up on SEMO by 17 in the fourth quarter, and somehow we came back and won that game, which gives you an idea of how terrible a program that is.
Look, man, It's not that hard, right? You hire a new coach, and in like 2 years, you win a national championship. Ain't that right, Rob?
Look.
Apparently,
Southeast Missouri in recent years has had success in football. They go to the FBS playoffs about every 4 or 5 years. Like they're pretty good now as a program. But in the late 90s, this was not the case. This was not the case. We had a team. We had the best defense in the conference, and the team won 4 games. A defense that put 2 guys in the NFL. 2 guys from a tiny school going to the NFL on our defense. 4 wins. And so they led the nation in turnovers that year. The nation, Mark. The nation.
Yeah, hey man, if you're not first, you're last.
And they had enough to beat Northern Kentucky down 17 in the 4th.
There you go.
Looks like somebody's talking trash in the comments there, Mike.
Look, Doug Dello is not wrong. SIU Carbondale sometimes uses SEMO for one of the non-conference warm-up games. Look, that's contractual. He demanded to be one of their non-conference warm-up games. Right? Like it's.
I think Uncle Rico has a couple of years of eligibility left.
Haven't had a good basketball program since Painter went to Purdue. That's probably true. They've been okay. They've been passable in the Missouri Valley, but certainly good enough to pummel Southeast Missouri most years. SEMO went to the big dance a couple seasons ago. I remember we won that year. Anyways, moving on. I have bored everyone with small conference athletics long enough.
SEMO may have been to the big dance more in the last couple of years than my school. My school has 5 banners.
You're a football school, Rob.
I know. I'm a football school now. It's
football school. It's the most famous participants at Southeast Missouri, Cedric the Entertainer, and some dead radio guy, and they both dropped out after a semester. So yes, we got an honest to God astronaut, but she's not famous. So
does she wear a baseball cap under her astronaut helmet?
I don't believe so, but I wasn't there, so I can't say.
When she leaves the room, does she take her hemorrhoid donut with her?
I imagine she does. You don't want to leave those things laying around, man. Those are good.
Is she the kind of woman who would steal a potato chip?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Undergrad from Southeast Missouri, so probably. Anyways. Oh.
Did you eat my potato chip? You liar.
Next news item.
I still haven't seen that skit. I don't know what's.
Oh, Rob, so good.
Small conference athletics and 12:55 SNL sketches. You can't.
Yeah.
Welcome to What's on Joe Mind, everyone.
Tales from the barbecue.
As promised, here's our G.I. Joe Fundmes. You can see at the end on the far right there. That's Diana Davis to support her beloved Splash's huge veterinary bills. Thankfully that she has not eaten any other household fixtures to make things worse. But also take note, our good friend Roger Taft, author of several AAR books, he's still getting his eyes fixed. It looks like we have one more procedure there. Jamie Sullivan needs to go ahead in for one more foot surgery just to get everything finished up and leveled off, and so his foot quits degenerating on him. And then, of course, Cousin Kenny was the victim of a frivolous lawsuit, and so we're kind of trying to help him get out from under that particular mountain as well. So links to all 4 of these GoFundMes are down below. Give what you can. If it's $1, if it's $2, every little bit helps, and we appreciate it, and certainly they appreciate it. So whatever you got. Next news item. Terry Hawkins with a good point there. Just a friendly reminder, we've covered 3 Kickstarters tonight with no jingle. That's not jingle, Terry Hawkins. That's ass kickery. My sincere apologies to Jim Marshall. Here we go. See, any more than that, we get sued. But that's the best we can do. I apologize.
As the kids would say, it's not a jingle; it's a whole vibe.
Right? I like that, Mark. That's good.
State of mind, man.
Yeah.
Good. We sound like three middle-aged guys on that one.
Oh yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
absolutely do. Oh, there is only an extent that I can only go so far keeping everything with a straight face. The Gunny asking, are we still giving you our full attention? I hope so.
There will be a quiz later.
There often is. There often is.
If anybody,
I'm feeling
Gunny when we say attention.
he doesn't have to listen to us. He's legit.
He's trained, man. He knows what's up.
He's legit. He doesn't have to listen to us.
No, I just mean he'll probably come over and hurt us for
Right. We're total posers in that regard. Come on now.
I'm just saying.
Anyways, what's on Joe Mind Swag Shop doing one of them funky TeePublic sales right now, starting today through March 15th. Get all your St. Patrick's Day shopping in. Make sure you get your pre-anniversary shopping done because, what's on Joe Mind's Big 15 is coming up next month.
Woohoo!
Save up to 35% on tees. Enjoy deep discounts on everything site-wide. Sweatshirts, mugs, magnets, stickers, new but not that new anymore shorts. Link is below down in the description with all the other links we throw at you. I think ours is last because that's what we do. That's how we roll. We're community folks. But again, if you want some What's on Joe Mind swag to make the convention circuit this summer, March is a good time to buy. They won't be doing this sale again for at least 2 weeks.
Could be.
So it's like after the one on the 15th ends, there's another one at the end of March. So you're not missing a huge opportunity here, but just know it's there for you this week. If that itch scratches you this week, it's a good week. Diana asks, can you put it on dog pajamas? You know what? I can't say for certain. They're adding new stuff to TeePublic all the time. So maybe they got dog pajamas. I don't know. I haven't actually been on the TeePublic site in a couple of weeks now, so it's possible.
A shout out to Alistair Tepper joining us while still on his birthday hanging.
Oh, wait, they're dog pajamas again. There we go. Do I need to study for the test? I mean, do you, Alistair? That's for you to.
Not if you've been listening.
Right. If you've been paying attention, probably not. Because honestly, we kind of go in and out. So the questions that we ask are not going to be real difficult.
Hell, I was gone for a year.
Right.
I didn't know where I was.
A solid 13 months. Just gone.
Oh, speaking of, look at that.
Oh, here comes trouble.
It was a big stretch.
The long wake-up procedure finally complete. It's time for his nocturnal mayhem.
Yeah, who's back? Oh, sharp tail. Yeah.
He's here to say hello. There we go. Little headbutt. Ooh. Torpedo Mike, can I borrow somebody else's notes? That would be fine. We're not here to. It's an open note quiz. We're not tyrants. But we demand tribute.
No notes, no capes.
Links down below. Next news item. Hey, remember, sometimes it's not Tuesday and G.I. Joe news breaks.
Yeah.
When that happens, we head over to the surveillance port. That's at surveillance-port.com. No misspellings this week. We're gonna try and get this one legit this time. Surveillance-port.com. Why did he take the toughest one to spell? I don't know, but it is thematically correct. So it's hard to be too critical. Eric does a great job keeping you on top of the day's news. We often discuss particular news items as far as if I'm getting details straight and things like that. He's one of our unsung heroes here on the program. So make sure you give him a hit once or twice a week, just to make sure you're caught up on all things GI Joe. And if there's no news, he gets you linked up with review videos and things like that we don't do here at What's on Joe Mind. So entertainment abound at surveillance-port.com. Next news item. Hey, that's it right there. Chunky Tank hitting his Meowler tank, brought to you by the GI Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Every Sunday, Mark and the boys are out there giving you what's up on their favorite part of the hobby, which is making their own stuff. Whatever your level of expertise, they can help you out, whether you're a beginner, whether you're more advanced, even if you just like to go to Mark's website and buy his stuff and print up your own 2-seater classified scale shark. Go for it, man. It's there for you. Again, every Sunday, it's Mark and Mike and Shane and Artwan on the GI Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Mark's even doing his own side hustle on Monday nights. I told him, though, you better stay away from Tuesday because then we rumble. I didn't tell him that. I didn't tell him that.
He didn't need to.
Yeah, I guess not. But as I scramble for my buttons, that's the news. All right, finally the screen is back. There's Colin in slightly more visible nature. There we go.
Look up.
You're acting like he's going to kill you, but he's not going to kill you.
He came out to see me.
I mean, sure he did.
He might go back in.
You give him attention, even though you're podcasting, so it's not a bad thing. He knows a good deal when he sees one.
Cat videos, Mike. I'm telling you,
They're the win, man.
it's going to be really big in the 2000s.
Need to get him to play piano or something.
And Pogs, Mike. We need some Pogs for the website.
Remember to do all that cool YouTube stuff for us now that we're into cat videos. Be sure to like this episode, share it in your various social media circles. Leave a big boy comment down below. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. Because we got cats now.
Do you remember Al? He's back, but in Pog form.
Hey, look at Colin getting all cuddly there, sticking his butt in the camera.
Yep.
It's all good. It's all good. We got all the cat standbys.
The unedited version of cats.
And remember how many toes that boy's got there? 86.
He needs his nails trimmed because he has an extra nail that doesn't curve around. It's painful. And the vet last like 2 times ago said, "We're going to give you a sedation pill for him the next time you want to bring him in."
Yeah.
We have to half knock him out before they'll actually work up.
Well, yeah, he's the size of a small dog, so yeah, he needs to be a little goofy.
Yeah. He's like 2 Wolverines at once. So right.
I'm surprised he doesn't, like, most of the time if a cat's nails get too long, they kind of like they pull the sheath off themselves. Like, yeah. He doesn't do any of that. No. He's just a butt.
Yeah.
He wants to act grouchy, but he wants the attention. He's a butt.
If somebody asked me long after he's gone, and somebody said, "What was Colin like?"
That didn't come over, Mark. Say it again.
Oh, I'd say he was complicated. There's a lot going on.
He wasn't like what was the fat cat's name?
Dante.
Dante the fat cat. That's right.
We have videos of little Derek when he was little driving Tonka trucks over Dante like a speed bump. And Dante just be like, "Man, there's no food in that."
That's a good cat, though. That's a good cat.
Big fat orange cat. Orange cats are generally believed to be well.
Oh goodness. So we're running a little bit long, so we're gonna skip what we got in this week.
That's good. I didn't get nothing.
Racktime Rob, how about some shout outs?
Shout out to the studio audience. And shout out to Jim for coming on and telling us about the Kickstarter.
Yeah, his window is still in the back room, in the green rooms of the studio. He's not in it, but he's still technically here. So I don't know if he knows how to leave. I know he's doing other things, whatever it is. But anyways, Mark Weber, shout outs.
Shout out to Colin for joining us. Welcome back.
Right. In the fourth chair tonight.
Shout
Screw
out
you.
to Great. Shout out to Alistair Keffer for joining us right after his birthday. Appreciate that. Shout out to all the other spring break students like me. You guys probably went to Daytona Beach. I went to Seaport. So there you go. Shout out to Derek. How about he's home for spring break. Always good to see my eldest.
That's an early spring break.
Yeah, I think he gets 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I only used to get 1, but I went to SEMO.
Right.
So they were like, yeah, 1 week was good enough for Cedric the Entertainer, and he left.
Yeah, he didn't get there. I mean, if it was first semester. Yeah.
We're a big commuter school. He might have been around for a spring. I don't know. He's a St. Louis guy, so those folks, they always go down to St. Louis because that's what happened. Because there's all these great colleges in St. Louis. There's Wash U and St. Louis, and all these schools that it takes more than a pen to get into. Well, the people that can't get into those schools, they come on down to SEMO. If they don't want to go to Columbia, they come down to SEMO.
If they don't want to be a Billiken.
Right. Well, if they can't be a Billiken. I went to SEMO because they gave me a scholarship. I'm from out of state. If you're in state, you just need a pen. Got to pay the bills somehow. I will reiterate Racktime Rob shout-outs to our live crowd. Thank you so much for joining us week after week after week. Even though we talk about, small conference athletics ad nauseum. It's almost like 2 podcasts in one.
For one low price.
Right?
Small conference athletics like SEMO and wherever Arizona State is.
Oh! We're in the Big 12 that has 16 teams, I think. Okay.
Look, man, we're in Big 10 country, which has 28 teams.
Ridiculous.
We're the Big 256.
So a shout out to Replay Squad. If you're catching us on replay, guess what, folks? You count just as much. You're just as important. We appreciate you just as much. You just don't get to join in the live chat nonsense, and that's too bad. But you've always got the big boy comments down below. And of course, if you're catching us on audio replay, sometime around 2029, you'll hear this, and just know that we appreciate you too. At some point, I will get caught up on that stuff. It might be next week. There's good odds that we will not have a show next week. I got to get caught up on some stuff before we get into our big anniversary month. The following week on the 24th, as I noted earlier in the show, Diana Davis will be with us. We will be talking Skybound Kickstarter for its launch day. So big plans for 2 weeks from now. Next week, it might just be the 3 of us blowing smoke. We don't know. Might not be anything. It's hard to say.
We'll just be sitting around drinking Shamrock Shakes.
Right. It's St. Patrick's Day. You're all going to be out drinking. You're not going to be home watching us. So
we sipping Shamrock Shakes and watching The Quiet Man on Channel 11.
Yeah, I don't drink, but I think I'm going to go out and fight somebody just to check off the Irish.
Right. You're a big ass ginger, Mark. So it's kind of
grandfathered in.
Yeah, you are in Massachusetts too. I mean, it's just...
yeah.
Right. So we will see. It kind of depends what I can get done in the off time leading up to next Monday and Tuesday. But stay tuned to our social media channels. We'll keep you up to date as the week progresses. Doug Dello says that next week he'll be in week for work.
Oh.
We almost believe that bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Andrew Gogan's got the warning for us.
Andrew Gogan is correct. That is Hasbro will do a major news drip. Yeah, I know.
No, I think it's incorrect. We haven't seen anything leak yet. Oh,
well, unless we're Hasbro UK.
right.
Those guys.
Oh, them guys. Oh, Jim is out of the green room now, so now we can talk about him. No, don't.
Hasbro UK leaking the ungrateful colonist line. A real American ingrate.
But that's what we got. That's what we got here for What's on Joe Mind. As our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. You guys have a great rest of the week. A happy St. Patty's Day if we don't see you. Let's face it, we're probably going to see you. I don't know. Anyways.
But the quiet man. Shamrock shakes.
And have a great rest of the week, everybody. And yo, Joe.
Purple.
You're out of focus.
Doesn't matter. It still counts.
It's just